So, good morning and welcome back to Daily Transfer Update. Now, today we're going to speak about a few players that are linked with moves to the club. And we'll start off with one that's linked with a move out of the club, and that is Nketiah. Now, we're into the third week of the January transfer window, and we still haven't really got anything done. Yes, we've loaned out John Jules. Yes, we've loaned out Smith Rowe. Yesterday, we officially loaned out Mavropanos. He went to Nuremberg. Now, another one that's been linked with a January transfer move, and that's a loan move, is Nketiah, like I said. Now, he's got 4 clubs chasing his signature. Again, it'll be a loan move. He's got Nottingham Forest, Aston Villa, Sheffield Wednesday, and Bristol City, all chasing his signature this month. Now, I've said previously on these transfer shows that I think that Nottingham Forest or Aston Villa would probably be the best destination for him. I think that they play the best football out of the 4. And I think that they're not a million miles away from London. It's not going to be a massive culture shock, you know. Going all the way down to Bristol, it could be totally different culture, etc., etc. Same with Sheffield. You know, Sheffield's a massive city. Bristol's a massive city. I know Nottingham is, but it's not a million miles away. And the same with Birmingham. But I think that both of them, like I said, they play good football. Aston Villa, I know they got slapped 6-1 the other day by Man City, but Man City can do that to anyone on a given day, can't they? You know, we see Aston Villa play against Leicester the other day, and it was a completely different game. So this one's going to be resolved very soon. Like I said last week, I do think it'll be done this week, and the reports that are going around today suggest that it will be wrapped up in the next 48 hours. Now, what club that is, I'm not too sure yet, but like I said, that will be done in the next 48 hours, I'd imagine. And good luck to him. We know that he was at Leeds United for a little while, 6-month loan spell there. Didn't quite work out for him. We recalled him back. Bielsa didn't really play him, which I found kind of laughable considering that when he did play, he did score, or he set a goal up. So a little bit of a weird one. If you're wondering why I'm speaking a bit funny today, I bit my lip the other day. It is absolutely killing me today. So bear with me and I'll struggle my way through this. Let's move on to a guy called Bruno Guimaraes. I've butchered that. Guimaraes. I think I've got it right. Listen, if I haven't, any Portuguese out there, let me know. But he is currently very close to signing for Benfica. The only sticking point is the size of the transfer fee. He's agreed personal terms. He's a player that we were linked to in the summer. He's a player that we're linked to again now. He plays for the Portuguese side Atletico Paranaense. And yeah, that's somebody. He's a Brazilian midfielder, somebody that we're linked to. It's somebody that we could probably do in midfield. He's quite a good midfielder. But Benfica are very close to doing that deal, but they've only reportedly bid about 20 million euros. He has got a release clause of about 40 million euros. Now, let's be real, we ain't paying that for him, neither are Benfica. So I think that if we can push on and go with maybe a 30 million euro bid, I think that would probably be enough to get his signature. Do I know a lot about him? No. Don't really know a great deal about him. I don't think many Arsenal fans had really heard of him until we were linked to him in the summer. Now, if any of you guys watch Portuguese football, if you know who he is, do leave it in the comment section down below and let me know your thoughts on him. But obviously our midfield at the moment, we've got Torreira, I don't know how long he's out injured for. Granit Xhaka, a little bit of an upturn in form, but still not the greatest footballer. Again, Doozy, he's young, but again, very erratic at times. And we're not exactly blessed. And if you go further forward, we've got Mesut Ozil. 2 games he's great, 2 games he's not. So we do need a midfielder. He could fit that mould. He could be the guy that comes in. But again, like I said, I don't really know a great deal about him. Leave it in the comment section and let me know your thoughts on that. The last player I want to speak about is Thomas Lemar. Now, we all remember the famous 92 million pound bid. I don't know where I got 20 million from. That's probably his wage packet over the course of the contract. But yeah, we are linked to him again today. Now, this is a bit of a weird one. They signed him from Monaco for 52.7 million. He's played 64 times for them and he's mustered a whole 3 goals. He's been absolutely rubbish for them. Now, Simeone's come out with quotes before a couple of weeks ago when I did a video about it. saying that he's working hard, he's training, he's got the capabilities, etc., etc. But it's not really quite happening for him. Now, Arsenal have been linked to this guy for years. Since Wenger was here, and like I said, the last day of the transfer window, I think it was 2017, we put a bid in, apparently lodged a bid for £92 million. Now, whether you believe that to be true or not is up to you. Personally, I think it was a load of waffle. There's other reports that I've seen where we got in front of Lemar on that day. He was playing an international match and he said, no, I just want to stay at Monaco. This is too much pressure to do it all right now before the game on the last day of the window. He then obviously went on to Atletico Madrid and the rest is history. Now, we are back in for him, but there's a catch. And the catch is they want a striker. And that striker happens to be a striker called Alexander Lacazette. That was very close to being an Atletico player before he signed for Arsenal. Now, I think there's some substance in this story, if I'm being honest. I genuinely believe that. Listen, it's only my opinion. You don't have to agree. You don't have to have the same thought process. But he wanted to sign for Atletico. They got a transfer ban. He ended up not going to them for about 50 odd million pounds, 40 odd, 45, 49, whatever it may have been. He ended up coming to us. Now, I put out on my social medias yesterday his goal scoring record away from home since he's been at Arsenal. I was shocked when I see this stat. Alex Lacazette has only scored 7 league away goals in nearly 3 seasons. I'm sorry, as much as I rate Lacazette, that is nowhere near good enough for this club. People said to me, oh yeah, but he links plays like the Firmino, etc., etc. Listen, you can dress it up how you like. For me, he's a goal scorer. He's a striker. That's his position. Firmino plays a completely different role for me. He's not a striker, Firmino. He's more of a false 9. He's more of a number 10, essentially. Or a 9.5 or whatever you want to call him. Alex Lacazette is an actual striker. He plays in a striker role. He's been played up front for Aubameyang being on the left wing, and we're accommodating him by putting Aubameyang left. Now, I wouldn't cry if that deal happened. I wouldn't be too disappointed if Lacazette went. And I've been a great admirer of Lacazette. But when you see stats like that, when you see how he's played all season, when you see his attitude stinks this season. I don't know what's happened to him. Excuse me while I die. His attitude stinks this season. He's been moody, he's been sat on the bench at times. When he's come on, he's just looked clumsy. He can't trap a bag of cement, let alone a ball. And then obviously the story has come out about him cheating on his missus. Whether that's true or not, I don't know. But you add all of these things together, he has had a really poor season. And that stat I just said, in the same amount of games since Lacazette's been here, away games, Jamie Vardy's bagged 30 away goals in the league. 2.5 times, 3.5 times more. In fact, it's more than that. It's four and a bit times. My maths is shocking this morning. Maybe I need to go back to bed. But yeah, 7 away league goals compared to Vardy's 30 in the same time. Maybe we should have signed Vardy. Who knows? That's another whole debate. But listen, let me know what you think about the swap deal, because they want to swap him. They want Lacazette at Atletico, and they want us to have Thomas Lemar in exchange. Now, sometimes these swap deals, they don't do great. Sometimes they do all right. We remember the Sanchez-Mickey one. That didn't really go to plan, did it? But I wouldn't be too disappointed. But at the same time, I don't rate Thomas Lemar. But we do need a left winger. Because I don't think Saka's quite the answer just yet. Martinelli, I'd rather see him up front. So maybe we can get Lemar, get Laka over to Atletico, put Martinelli as number 2 to Aubameyang, and go with Lemar on the left. I don't know whether that makes us better or not. I genuinely couldn't answer that until it happened. But I'm just sticking it out there. I'm giving you the news that I've read this morning, and let me know your thoughts on it. Listen, I'm not saying that that's going to happen. I'm not saying that it's definitely nailed on. But listen, I wouldn't be too disappointed if it did happen. Although, like I said, I don't really rate Thomas Lemar. And Lacazette's gone from being player of the season to being anonymous inside 8 months of a season. So it's kind of a weird one. It's a tough one. Let me know what you guys think. Listen, don't forget, follow Facebook, Twitter and Insta. Links in the description. Do subscribe, do like the content, and do share it around as well. I'll be back at 5 o'clock with another live stream. Have a wonderful, wonderful day, whatever it is you're doing. Laters, people.